Shalom is Shalom Israel. You know what it do. Hold on, let's play our video.
Young Billy.
Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still UPK, still undefeated, still one West, still keep the heat up, still in the streets, still on the block. My people need healing, priests and prophets, bring it out. Black Watch, the white man is the devil, drop dead and kick rocks. Blood of an Israelite, this for the 12 tribes. I'm a soldier, motherfucker, so I'm ready to block. Cause the line played with your life. Now who they talking about that UPK? Long beards and them niggas with them boots and braids, raising up the children of Israel every goddamn day. Warfare, angry black men with rage. UPK, motherfucker. Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out. Still in the hood with the ox, setting up zones every block. Protectors of the people, Black Watch. UPK, them priests and prophets, we gon' bring it out.
Hey, Shalom Israel. You know what time it is. Here with another Take Ground breakdown. Take Ground Radio, 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Gianhana. You know how we do with the relationship advice every Wednesday, 5:30 to really 6:30. Today we doing a little early. We our school out here got an event to go to, so we are starting a little early today, and we're gonna end a little early today. But we're gonna definitely still get it in. Let's get the questions first. Questions and comments, relationship advice now. And since so much been going on in this kingdom, today we're going to focus on grieving. You know what I mean? Grieving your loved ones if one of them were to pass or something happened to them. Okay, there's a process in the scriptures, a way to grieve your loved ones. You understand? It's 7 days, man. 7 days of grieving. That's what the scripture says. You remember that person. You eat to that person. You honor that person for 7 days. And after the 7 days, you move on with life. Because death is always going to be here. Always going to be death. You know what I mean? Somebody's always going to die. It's going to happen. You're going to die. I'm going to die. We all going to eventually pass away and be reincarnated. And some of us going to be lucky enough to come up out them graves when Christ returns if we stick with the truth until death. But it's 7 days. Any more than 7 days, you're getting into uncharted territory as far as grieving. You shouldn't be grieving past 7 days. Okay, you should be taking the time, remembering your person, getting with friends and family. You know what I mean? Lord be with the brothers and sisters who lost their life this past week. Okay, who lost their life this past week with all the shootings, with all the people being murdered. But that's what it is. That's how you deal with it. 7 days. You know what I mean? If you got any questions, let's get those questions. Hey, Shalom. Yahbashim Brakatah. You know what I mean? Yahbashim Brakatah. All the brothers and sisters, man, tuning in and type those. Let's get also relationship questions. Like I said, we go over not only relationship advice between a man and a woman, husband and a wife, but between mother, father, sister, brother, family, friends, co-workers, associates, all those things when you come learning the truth. When you start learning the truth and you become brand new, everything in life going to become new again. You have to relearn everything, relearn your etiquette, relearn how to deal with people. I know tipping. I didn't even think about tipping nobody till I came into the truth. But the truth taught that is a righteous thing to do, is to tip bartenders, tip people who serve you. That's a righteous thing to do. And it brings honor to Christ, which is what our job is, which is what we must uphold, the honor of Christ. So there's so much. I said, I wish I could make it today. I had a migraine. Ain't no sweat warrior, bro. That's what your brothers are here for, man. Go ahead and rest up. And your brother's going to go ahead and rock it out. I'm going to be at that event today with, it's called Make It Make Sense Boot Camp. It's at 76 Forward, Indianapolis. If anybody who want to know about it, it's from 6 to 8, but you did have to pre-register. It's about our people learning financial literacy and coming up. You know, that's very important as well. That's very important as well. All right. Cannot find Compar's music on here. Let's get some questions, man. Let me I cannot find, but I would like to show you guys one more thing. We do have a lecture coming up June 4th. Okay, watch it online or in person here at the school. World War III lecture. I'm gonna go ahead and show the promo.
On the battlefront, Ukrainian officials claim Russian troops are redeploying from the southern port city of Mariupol to reinforce their new onslaught in the east. Far, he is willing to go to defend Taiwan from a possible Chinese invasion.
Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan if it comes to that?
Yes, we support the one China policy. We support all.
Babylon falling, and we gon' keep ballin'.
Shalom, Israel. It's the UPK coming to you with another hardcore lecture hosted by Captain of 10,000 Kapash out of Indianapolis. You don't want to miss this. The lecture will be June 4th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Location 3532 North Keystone Avenue, man. You understand? And if you can't make it in person, tune in online. ISUPK Indianapolis on Facebook and YouTube. You don't want to miss this. Like I said, you don't want to miss this lecture. Life is about warfare. So put your war spirit on and come to this host. You understand? And with that being said, shalom.
We're going to play it one more time for you.
On the battlefront, Ukrainian officials claim Russian troops are redeploying from the southern port city of Mariupol to reinforce their new onslaught in the east. Far, he is willing to go to defend Taiwan from a possible Chinese invasion.
Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan if it comes to that?
Yes, we support the one China policy. We support all.
Babylon falling, and we gon' keep ballin'.
Shalom, Israel. It's the UPK coming to you with another hardcore lecture hosted by Captain of 10,000 Kapash out of Indianapolis. You don't want to miss this. The lecture will be June 4th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Location 3532 North Keystone Avenue, man. You understand? And if you can't make it in person, tune in online. ISUPK Indianapolis on Facebook and YouTube. You don't want to miss this. Like I said, you don't want to miss this lecture. Life is about warfare. So put your war spirit on and come see this World War III lecture that Captain Kaposh is hosting. You understand? And with that being said, shalom.
Man, Most High in Christ. Like I said, we got the lecture. I'm looking at the news and studying up for this lecture. World War III is here, man. World War III is at the precipice. You know, every second, every day, it's getting closer and closer. China was heavily offended by that statement Joe Biden made, even to the point where Japan is starting to repeal back some of his pacifist laws to get back in the fray. Like all these nations are drum beats of war are humming and drumming. They're drumming and humming and drumming and humming. And every nation is getting more and more closer to becoming a militarized superpower. You understand? Every nation is saying, look, we need to get back to our military. We need to get back to having a strong military. And what that's doing is that's creating what you see. That's creating it's going to create more war. When the nations start putting together their armies, that's going to make them go to war, because you don't put that army together without going to war. So that's definitely what's coming up. Time to get it in. He said, damn, Gog and Magog, the Ammonites and Moabites also. Yeah, they're all going to get in the fray. All of them going to be in the fray. All right. So let's get it in. Let's get it with the relationship advice real quick. Now, I'll get some background music. All right. All right. Okay. So, hold on a sec. All right. Now, the thing about a relationship is a man and a woman, they're supposed to work together. And what I mean work together, that means both of them got to work. It's very important for the husband and wife. A relationship is work, but just overall to have a good relationship, both parties have to put in work. A lot of dudes, they like to think that if they get a whole lot of money and they become rich, that then they can get a woman who doesn't have to work. They get a maid, they get a nurse, they get a babysitter. They just spend money at everything to where the woman doesn't have to work. But the scriptures say working is a part of life. Okay, tilling the ground is part of life. So we're supposed to do things. You know what I mean? We're not supposed to just be stagnant and lay up. We're supposed to do things. We're supposed to get things done. And a good relationship has both parties working towards a goal. When both them parties are working towards a goal, there's almost nothing they can't achieve. But what becomes a problem is when one party's working towards a goal and the other party's not. That creates a problem. You know, you got guys who just want women for sex. They just want to have sex with women, and have sex with a woman, then she goes home and he goes home, and there's no other benefit except sexual benefit. That's why the scriptures say don't choose a woman for lust. Don't marry a woman for lust and for carnality. You want a woman who's virtuous. And what does virtuous mean? It means they have abilities, they have talents, they have skills that they utilize. That's virtue. You know, the scriptures talk about a virtuous woman buy property. She works, she cleans, she makes food, she does all these things. She prepares a meal for her maidens, she clothes her family. That's what a woman has to put that spirit on. It's not good for a woman to not have that spirit. As we get a lot of these women that are shiftless and lazy and having babies and running around fighting people, getting into it, hoeing, going from club to club, party to party. For what? Doing what with themselves? Nothing productive. Nothing productive. You got your grandmama watching all the kids while you run around trying to get sex and just doing everything that has everything to do with not being productive. Any type of distraction, any type of fun, any type of thing that keeps you away from responsibilities, you at it. You're there. You're there. You're running first and center. When that's not the spirit of our people, the scriptures say our women were lively. You know what I mean? And the books talk about our women as industrious. You know, when a woman loses that spirit because she wants to get high and go drugs and run around and party and this and that, it's never turned out good. She always wasting away her time, wasting her youth. You don't want that. You don't want to waste away your time and waste away your youth and waste away your family. Hold on one sec. Because when you do that, you can't get that time back. All that wasted time. I remember I knew a cat who used to go to strip clubs every weekend for years. Lived by the strip club. Knew all the strip clubs. All the people in there knew him. He was the guy. He was the man. All the women knew him. You know, that's all he did was strip clubs and party hop for years. When he got older, I asked him about that. He used to tell me about all the strip clubs and parties he'd go to all the time with his friends. I asked him when he got older, I said, was it worth it? Going from party to party, club to club, wasting your time in strip clubs, spending all your time with women. Was it worth it? Looking back, 10 years later, 20 years later, however, whatever it was. He told me no. Hold on. He told me no, it wasn't worth it. Yeah, brother said time is all we got. It's getting short. That's what I tell people all the time. There's only a little bit of time left. There's only a little bit of time left, Israel. You don't want to waste your time. Scripture says, give the things you do 100% of your time and of your energy and your effort, because there's no effort in the grave. Once you're in that grave, there is no more effort. There is no more trying. You can't go hard or nothing, or take it easy in the grave. There's nothing left after that. That's why the scriptures say, give it your all in this life. I know some of you believe you're gonna die and go off to heaven and be with Tupac and Biggie and your grandmama at some large dinner table in heaven for 1,000,000 bajillion years. That's not true. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's not how it works. The Bible talks reincarnation, which means you're gonna die and you're gonna get born again as a baby, as a child on this earth again, to live out how you lived your previous life. Whether you lived a good life or a bad life in your previous life, that's the reward you're going to get in the next life. So you think you're going to go in heaven. You think you're going to be up in the angels. You're going to become an angel and fly around for 1,000,000 bajillion years. I guess it's going to be eating manna or something, or what? You're going to be up there with your grandmama, your uncles and aunties and everybody that passed away. That's what they taught us in slavery, man. It's not true. It's not what happens. It's not in the Bible. There's nowhere in the Bible where it says you're going to become an angel and fly around with the angels. That's not in the Bible. And let me know if that music is too loud too. So you better take advantage of the opportunities you have now. Because once it's over, it's over. The angel of death is in this place right now in America. People getting killed left and right. Unless you with the Most High, keeping the law, statutes, commandments under the protection of the Most High in the Israelite School UPK classes. And it can be anybody at any moment. Outside, it can be anybody. So don't think that you escaping all the judgment. You're never going to escape the judgment. Never going to escape the judgment of the Lord. Like I said, today was going to be very short. We got an event to go to. We're usually from 5:30 to 6:30. Definitely share it. Hit that like button. Maybe you can touch somebody touch somebody on your friends list or whatever. There's only a little bit of time left for this empire. There's only a little bit of time left before Christ's return with 200 million angels. Don't you think it's about time to get right with the Most High? Don't you think it's time to start to stop with the excuses and being a hypocrite, practicing what you preach? Don't you think it's time to lay up your folly ground? Christ is going to come as a thief in the night. No man know the time nor the hour. It's time for you to get right with the Lord. Don't you think it's time to understand the Most High instead of understanding these lies out here? It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. Got a good question here before we get ready to close it out. Slakia, how do I let a sister know her heathen child isn't accepted because she laid with a heathen? Now, you don't have to go straight for that, something like that when you're talking to a person to get to know a person, blah, blah, blah. And it depends which type of person this is. Because she still got to take care of that heathen child. She still got to love that heathen child if that's her child. She obligated by law to take care of that child. And biblical law to take care of that child. Biblical precedents. But the child is not allowed in the temple, in the classroom, in the school, in the high holy days. That's all. But she's still required to take care of that child. Feed him. Teach him. Care for him. So it's no use, you can't, there's no use trying to make her feel bad for doing that or acting like doing that is wrong. So it's really no use letting her know that her child is accepted. Only thing she should know is that he can't come to the school, which more than likely he ain't coming. She ain't trying to bring him to the school anyway. said, Khan, I don't want Khan. I'm obligated to cling to Israel. Am I obligated to cling to Israel? I don't understand the question all the way. Am I obligated to cling to Israel? This is all you're obligated to do with that woman. Is not teach her that the child is not accepted and he's not our friend, and blah, blah, blah. All you got to know, all that they got to know is he can't come into the classes. That's all. Nah, don't teach him to cling to Israel. Don't teach him nothing. It's nothing for him to teach. It's nothing for him to learn. It's a waste of time, waste of breath half the time. Unless it's profitable for some reason or the other. But for the most part, don't tell him nothing. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button. You don't need to tell him nothing. Don't tell him to cling to Israel. Let him learn from his father. You just make sure he doesn't walk through the doors of the Israelite school of UPK. That's all we got to watch out for. Everything else, that ain't got nothing to do with us. They can go ahead and spend their energy on that child. How do you tell your rib who's in the world that you want to have another rib if you've been in a relationship with her for over 15 years? Now, this is a very, very, very common question. This is a little Christ. It's a very common question. How you deal with this is how you deal with this is there's no real reason that you have to go and run it by your wife that you get another wife. There's no real logic behind it. You understand? Because she's not gonna, more than 9 times out of 10, she's not gonna accept it. She ain't gonna be happy about it, and you really wasting time and energy talking about it. If you're gonna do it, you just do it. You understand? You don't have to try to flaunt it in front of her. You don't have to, make them get along or anything. You just do it. You understand? She know what you believe in. She know, what you stand on. At this point, you just do it. If you get to know somebody, do your dating, courting process, vet them, blah, blah, blah. Once you tell they vetted and, they are a solid person, then you make it happen. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? You ain't having to report it to your first wife or let her know about it and give her a notification, write a memo, none of that. You just do it. But you do it with wisdom. You understand? You do it like a man. You know what I mean? You make sure this woman that you choosing, that you, first of all, you following the law, statute, commandments, and she follows the law, statute, commandments also. That's one thing you want to make sure as well. What happens is cats in the world, they got a solid woman, and they go, cheat or get a side chick or whatever, but the side chick be a whole whore, or the other woman be a whore that's only out for money and ain't even on a good level as to be a woman to even deal with. That's going to be a problem no matter what you got going on. No matter if your wife cool with it, no matter if she hate it, it don't matter, because the new woman you chose ain't shit. And she ain't helping you. She ain't putting no money in your pocket. She ain't putting no cars in your parking lot. She ain't doing nothing for you. All she want is to have sex with you and get some money from you and maybe put you on child support, and then move the fuck home from your ass. That's what you need to really be looking out for and really be worried about. Is the woman you courting, are you courting the right way? Are you looking for the right things? Are you making sure she don't believe in abortion? She keep the law, statutes, commandments. She willing to, you know, become to work with how you want to work. You know what I mean? Is she the right type of woman for you? That's what you need to be focusing on. Don't worry about having to notify your rib. You know what I mean? You can be having this other woman. You could be with her for a whole 6 months to a year before, you know, your rib find out about it. You know what I mean? But she would be knowing over time. You know what I mean? But, you know, to try to like spring it on her and have a sit down conversation with her and let her know you're gonna do it and blah blah blah. All that is, you know, null and void. You know what I mean? It's null and void. You know, it's most successful when, like, you know what I mean, she find out, but it's already been going on for, you know, a year or something, or it's already been going on and she kind of already knew. And, you know, that's when it's more like, you know, she just accepting it. She gonna stay with you, period. You know what I mean? So, you know, you don't need to rock the boat to do this shit. You just do it and don't rock the boat. You know what I mean? Move like what Lil Wayne say, real G's move in silence like lasagna. You just do it. You know what I mean? And that's that. Shalom, Lord in Christ, sir. This is Raj Karab. That's a good name. I think that means something about the sword, the head of the sword, or the top of the sword, or something of the sword. How should I deal with a heathen if they choose to challenge my beliefs of me being in the truth? Okay, it's many layers to dealing with a heathen. Is it profitable for the truth? Is it profitable for you to deal with, to, you know, have to battle them? If some heathen come to me and say, I don't believe you're the real Jews. I think white people are the real Jews. I can say, oh, good for you, man, and keep on moving with my day. Now, if I'm with the brothers or I'm in an event and I got a camera and I got a chance to battle this white person on camera, and I know it could be profitable because we're gonna put it on YouTube and get 1 million views and teach people about the truth all over the world, or there's a crowd of people around listening, and when I battle this devil, the people around gonna learn, do it. It's good because it's got some profit in it. But don't do something that's not profit. You know, you at the damn job site with a white guy and y'all in the truck. It's just two of y'all. What's the use of you battling him on the truth for? Fuck it. Let him believe what the fuck he want to believe. Fuck that devil. You see what I'm saying? Shit, just do your job. Worry about your job. Oh, so y'all, I think I looked y'all guys up. You guys think the white man is the devil, huh? Shoot, you know. Look at the crimes he committed. You know, shoot. Hey, everybody got their own belief. But it don't matter to battle him, because what you trying to do, convince him? There's no use to convincing him. He is nothing. He means nothing. You know what I mean? He is a nobody. Now, if it was an opportunity to teach your brothers, then do it. But otherwise, it's usually not profitable to battle or deal with or argue with a heathen that challenges you in your beliefs. Now, if he says, I need you to eat this fucking pork, here, eat this pork. You ain't no real Jew. Don't worry about it. Eat this pork. Then you check his ass and say, I ain't eat no damn pork. Don't ever feed me no pork. Don't ever think about feeding me no pork. It's never going to happen. I ain't never going to eat it. Then you got to deal with him. But otherwise, don't even stun him. He is nobody. Raj Karab, he said his name means live the truth out. Oh, no, that's what the other brother's saying. Yeah, I was going to say Raj Karab. I don't know if that means live the truth out. But, you know, Hebrew is very is a deep language. Concert Salakia. We live together with a child. It's tough because I know it's going to crush her. I need the strength to let her know I'm not going to be home some nights. Oh. Okay, let me just break this question down so I can understand it. we live together with a child. Okay, so you, your woman, and a child. Your child or her child, but it's a child. It's tough because I know it's going to crush her. I need the strength to let her know I'm not going to be home some nights. Okay, I see what you're saying. He said you was telling him live in the truth. God. Definitely live in the truth. Okay. What are you saying about living in the truth? Okay. All right. So now you saying it's going to crush her if she knows some nights you're not going to be home. Okay. Now it says our child I'm speaking of when I get another rib. Okay. One thing about this, you kind of putting the cart before the horse. You worrying about something that's like I said, something you put in the cart before the horse. This is what a lot of dudes do that's unprofitable. I even did it when I was young in the truth. I would argue with my woman about having another wife, even though I didn't have another rib, or I wasn't dating or courting another sister at all. It was just the principle. I wanted to stand on the principle of it and make her accept it and this and that, when really that's unprofitable. You know what I mean? If it ever come up, you say, look, I got 100 wives. I already got 100 wives. You know what I mean? Now, you don't really have to, like, I know you think it's going to crush her if you're not there every night. You understand? Which really is kind of a handicap. Because in this truth, you may be required to not be with your woman every single night, 365 days of the year. We at war. You may be in another city with the brothers, traveling, training, doing whatever we do, teaching, and we sleep in a hotel. We sleep out of town. White guys go to war, and white women don't see they man for 6 months. So, you know what I mean? She not gonna be that crushed and dead and dying if one night you're not sleeping next to her. You see what I'm saying? Because, and this is the thing. If that's a thing where it bothers her or whatever, you're gonna have to let her know, like, this is the work. This is the work of the Lord. This is a man. This is how a man roll. You a grown ass man, but you got to be home by a certain time every night. That's not. We ain't gonna build no nation like that. All right, brothers, I got to be home by midnight, or else my wife, she might possibly sleep with me not being right next to her. Oh my God! Like, man, you shoot. That's not masculine. It's not one West. It sound like she using her feelings and her, acting like she gonna be sad. You gotta tell her, I ain't moved by them crocodile tears. It seemed like she using that to manipulate you, to make you seem like you can't ever be nowhere, and you got to be home by a certain time, or else she gonna be crushed. So if you don't make it home by 2 a.m., what's she gonna do? Just be crushed and die, fizzle out, and just lose her breath and die, she's just gonna be fine. She's gonna go to sleep and she's gonna wake up. You see what I'm saying? That's what it seemed like on that note. This was like, oh, what if I'm not home one night? It's gonna crush her, and I need the strength. And what? Nah, man. You know, and every brother's not a soldier that's in this work of the Lord where we are required to travel and be places. So, you know, I can't just assume that you might be at camp one weekend and you got to travel and you got to be at barbecues and Passovers and all type of shit where you're not going to be around your woman all night and everything. But you can't, but what it sounds like, she manipulating you. You understand? You a grown ass man. You got to act like it. You see what I'm saying? You got to be able to move like a grown man. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to move like a grown man. A grown man can make the moves that he need to make when he need to make it for his family or for his beliefs or for his truth, for the Most High, for whatever he got to do. If you got to be at home by 10 p.m. every night of your life because your wife is going to be crushed if you don't make it home, that's a problem. You see what I'm saying? You want to address that. You see what I'm saying? You need to come kick it with the UPK. Come roll with us. We're gonna be out with the bar playing cards. You know, after camp and doing this and traveling, doing this and doing that. And you're going to be able to tell your wife, I got work to do with the Lord, baby. So I'm not gonna be home. And guess what? She's gonna be fine. She's gonna be just happy. She's gonna be like, wow, I never had the house to myself. I never got to sit at home and drink wine and watch this TV show that I know he hates. And now I get to sit at home and relax and light candles and be femininely and put up feminine music because he's not here with me. So it's, you know, she's gonna be just fine. You know, so, or, you know, like I said, but at the end of the day, it sounded like she manipulating you. You know what I mean? Don't be too easily swayed like that, where it's like, you know, like I said, if you're gonna get another rib and do this and that, just do it. You know what I mean? She asks where you at, say, look, I'm gone, busy. You know what I mean? I'll see you in the morning. You don't even gotta respond back. You know what I'm saying? She'd be mad a little bit, maybe text back a few this and that nasty stuff, and then go to sleep or relax and chill her ass out. And then you see her in the morning. Or you see her, you know, when you come back through. Okay. Yeah, I figured that. So like I said, if I could, my name means Chief of the Sword. Yeah, because Rash means like head or chief. And sword and Karab means sword. So I knew something like that. But yeah, we're gonna end it tonight. We're gonna end it right there. Like I said, brothers, if you're gonna get another wife and live that life, you just do it, man. You just do it. You know what I mean? If it's gonna be an argument, go ahead and get your water and be ready to argue. Shit. But we can't build a nation where the men can't even be out at night because their woman gonna trip or their woman gonna check them or their woman gonna be crushed and die or something like that. Shit. And that means we might as well just turn and be slaves then. Shit. Why are we gonna build a nation? What if something happened with our kingdom and we gotta go handle that shit in the middle of the night? Oh, well, we can't handle it because the brother can't leave his wife at night. So just let the kingdom gonna have to fall. We can't go address no problem that's an emergency because the brothers can't leave their wives. They can't come outside at night. Come on, man. Don't be like that. All right. With that said, this is Take Ground Radio, Take Ground Breakdowns, 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We live at 5:30 every Wednesday. Go to ISBK.com for more information. Facebook, YouTube, ISBK Indianapolis. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Subscribe to the channel. We got a little bit of time left in this kingdom, man. Christ is gonna return with 200 million angels. It's time to get right with the Most High, man. Lay up your folly ground. You know what I mean? Wake up. Wake up out the matrix. Open your eyes. Keep them laws, statutes, and commandments, and follow the Most High. Get a school near you, ISBK.com. You get the phone number, get in the classes near you, in your city near you. Like I said, with the brother, you can link up with the brothers in your city, in your state. We all over the world. It's time to put in this work. wake up our people, man, and walk this truth out. Keep the commandments like Christ said to do, man. Don't be no hypocrite. With that said, shalom.
On the battlefront, Ukrainian officials claim Russian troops are redeploying from the southern port city of Mariupol to reinforce their new onslaught into the far. He is willing to go to defend Taiwan from a possible Chinese invasion.
Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan if it comes to that?
Yes, we support the one China policy. We support all.
Babylon falling, and we gon' keep ballin'. Babylon.
Shalom, Israel. It's the UPK coming to you with another hardcore lecture hosted by Captain of 10,000 Kaposh out of Indianapolis. You don't want to miss this. The lecture will be June 4th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Location 3532 North Keystone Avenue, man. You understand? If you can't make it in person, tune in online. ISUPK Indianapolis on Facebook and YouTube. You don't want to miss this. Like I said, you don't want to miss this lecture. Life is about warfare. So put your war spirit on and come see this World War III lecture that Captain Kaposh is hosting. You understand? And with that being said, shalom.